Hi, I'm going to look at the chords for Stormy Monday now, and the technique I'm going to use here is I'm going to go through all the bits first and then put them together in the form, okay? Let's start. I'm going to start with the intro, which uses a G9 for 2 bars, up here on the 10th fret, okay? 2 bars of that, and then we go into D7 sharp 9, which is the 5 chord in the G blues, but it's altered. 2 bars, and then we go to G7 for 1 bar, and then to the 5 chord. There's a turnaround over the G7 there, so let's have a look at that straight away. The turnaround that I'm incorporating here, I'm using the open A string. Okay, there we go. See that? Open A string. Now how does that relate to the key of, to the G7 chord? It's the 9th of the 9th note in the key of G. So dominant, yeah, so that's the A. That's how it relates to the chord. Yeah, this is used a lot in country and other things, and I'm just incorporating it here in the blues because I think it sounds really nice, gives it a nice swing. It's a nice way to sort of maul the guitar when you play swing blues. Okay, so I've got this open A that I'm using, I'm pulling off, and the 4 notes that I use for the turnaround is the 3rd of G, which is the B, the 4th is the C, the flat 5, the C sharp, and the 5 is the D, okay? Here's the turnaround, and now I pull off each one. I only play it once with my pick here, look, and then I pull off here, play the next one. Yeah, so I'm just pulling off. Yeah, and then the 5 chord, I'm approaching it from half a step above. Okay, but I land on the 5 chord on the beat. So this is all these chromatic chords that approach the root chords, whether it be the 1, the 4 or the 5. It's always on the off beats. The timing's the trick with that. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're always on the off beat, these chromatic chords, okay? So there's the turnaround. Okay, now I'm going to look at the main riff in G, which incorporates again the use of open strings. Got obviously a lot of inspiration from Stevie Ray Vaughan here. This is sort of Texas kind of swing, Stevie Ray Vaughan blues thing, where you've got these heavy bottom twanging strings, Dwayne Eddy or Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know, doing the main riff. So I've incorporated the open E string here, and that relates to the G chord really nicely as well. It happens to be the 6th, okay? There's the E. Or there we go, the 13th. The 6th and the 13th are the same note, it's the E, okay? Which is perfect for the blues. So there's the open E, and obviously the G. And then the other note is the B flat, which is the minor 3rd over the dominant, which gives you a nice the minor blues scale. Okay, and then I'm just pulling off these as well. Again with this really wide 1 and 2, the shuffles, this wide swinging kind of Texas blues thing. With these open strings. So this is what I'm doing every time I get to the G7 chord. I don't play a G7 or I like slow blues, you know. We've got this sort of straight ahead Texas shuffle thing. Okay, so now I'm going to play through the form of the song using these parts, and so you can see how I put them together. So it starts with we have the intro. And then we go into the main part of the song. It's 1 bar of the G7 riff, and then 1 bar to the C9, and then the second time we come back to G7 we play for 2 bars. Same time we go to C9, we play that for 2 bars again now. We go back to G7 for another 2 bars. except for the ending, which is a little different, and I changed the timing on that to make it sound a little bit more interesting, and so it's the same as these usual sort of blues turnarounds. I piddled with the timing a bit at the end. So coming down at the end, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just changed the count at the end to make it a bit different. Okay, and the last chord of the song is G13. Spices it up. Okay, so there you go. There's my version of Stormy Monday Blues.